Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I know it's been some time since I've uploaded on YouTube, and since then we have released, I think, 2 new versions of our indicator suite. But on your screen here, you'll see that this is version 7 of our startup.io indicator suite. And there's been a lot going on. Thousands and thousands of you have joined, and it's honestly been quite some time since I've uploaded. But nonetheless, I'm going to make a quick video on how to use and essentially analyze our indicator suite here. And I'm going to go pane by pane. So Echo up here replaced Delta. And honestly, I don't remember if the last video even had Delta, but Echo is the new Delta. And we have the original startup indicator suite here. It's called Bravo now with the blue diamonds. And instead of crossovers, you're going to see blue diamonds. It's just a much easier confirmation when you see 2 or 3 blue diamonds rather than a crossover. Now Tango replaces the old action pane. And we have flow down here. This is just a whale tracker. So this is what we call whale accumulation. If it goes from, let's see. Okay, I'll get into that later, but yeah, that's our whale tracker. So starting with Echo, it is one of the fastest moving panes for the blue and pink diamond confirmations. So you'll see oftentimes the blue diamond comes in much faster than the Bravo indicator. And you'll see it's faster than Tango. So you'll know Tango is the old action, and this one's a little slower moving. And by the time Tango comes in, sometimes you miss a bit of pump, for instance, here on Bitcoin on the weekly. So Echo, diamonds, this is a confirmation to buy. Blue is a buy signal, and pink is a sell signal. So you'll see this came in, but if you're just relying on one diamond, it is not as accurate as you've seen here. Now moving on to this pane, we have Voila, which I'll get into, and the Bravo pane, which is just the diamonds, the blue and pink diamonds. So super simple to use our suite. Buy when there's 2 or 3 blue diamonds, sell when there's 2 or 3 pink diamonds. And you're going to notice these shapes here, the triangles, the circles, and the squares. They can show up on the top or bottom of any candle. What it is confluence, basically. So essentially, it's a hierarchy system of buy or sell confirmations, the strongest confirmation being the diamonds. The second strongest confirmation would be these, a stacked symbol. So you'll see a triangle and a square here. The third strongest would be a square on its own, then the triangle, and then circles. So if you're using our indicator suite, make sure to toggle on Dart theme here to be able to see these symbols. Now you're going to see these gray, a bunch of random lines here actually. So this is Voila. I'm going to go ahead and hide Bravo. And Voila is essentially, oh, that doesn't help. Okay, so Voila is essentially support and resistance. And if you don't know what that is, it means the closer it is to the upper band up here, the more likely it is going to reverse. So on Bitcoin here, you'll see it's pushing the upper band. Pink diamond came in, it's likely going to drop here. And it did. And the closer it is to the bottom band here, try to find an example. Honestly, Bitcoin's a bad example. It's just been growing for a while. But the closer it is to the bottom band, the more likely it is to reverse and go upwards. Let me see if I can find one that has fluctuated down there. Okay, so prices in discovery won't show up. Let's see here. Okay, Meta is another example. The higher it is, the closer it is to the upper band, the more likely it is to reverse. Okay, you know what? We're going to skip that. But anyway, Voila is also a hierarchy system. So the strongest confirmation of a support and resistance level would be the gray upper and lower bands. The second strongest would be this gold line right here. And when the price retests it, the gold line, it could be, or, it could indicate a solid entry point. Now, the third confirmation, the weakest, let's call it, support and resistance, would be these little green, teal, and purple crosses. So that's voila. And moving on to the next pane, we have Startup Indicator Suite Tango, which is the old action. So just like Echo, but a lot slower moving, and it's a lot safer to use if you don't have much of a risk tolerance. So, same concept. Pink means sell, and blue means buy. So, and of course, flow is the whale tracker. So let's say here, if there's no whale activity, you're not even going to see this green bar right here. It's going to be all the way down here at the 0 level. The moment you see something, that means there's whale activity, there is consumer buying pressure, and purple is retail, and you don't want that. So if it's maxed out at the max threshold here, that's a very good sign to enter anything. So we'll take, let's say, BMNR. This was one of our highest catches. So you're going to see it go from no whale activity to a lot. And of course, look what happened in the chart here. And when our confluence came in, basically trying to nail the top or the highs and lows of each chart, you can see whale accumulation tanked, and it's gone down to not a lot here, and you can see it build back up slowly. So that's what flow is, and we're gonna open up, let's say, Ethereum, just to go over the buy and sell signals. And if you're a user of our suite, I see a lot of people, when they first get in, their charts look like this. Honestly, this is way too much noise. Like, you can't even see where the diamonds are. So make sure you're zoomed in to the point where there's 1 or 2 diamonds max. This is how I use it. Now, Ethereum here is not looking too great, but I'll get into that. So blue diamond came in, of course, it pumped, and we're reaching the upper band of our resistance here. You can see it broke out a little bit here, but we're pushing the upper resistance. The stacked symbols are coming in. This is not a good sign for Ethereum. Unless we break through resistance, then we should be shooting for the moon. And in both Echo and Tango, we have our blue diamonds. So this is also a very good sign. So for instance, if you have a high risk tolerance, so sometimes I trade based off Echo. So blue diamond was here. That means you would have gotten in on this candle. And for this blue diamond, if you wanted to trade off 2 blue diamonds, you would have gotten in this candle somewhere in here. And that would have been quite low. And if you're an ultra safe trader, you want to wait for 3 blue diamonds, you would have gotten in this candles, because the candle is confirmed on the next candle, or the diamond is confirmed on the next candle. So that's a quick run through on how our suite works. So that covers all these little symbols that will always try to nail the highs and lows of every single chart. And obviously the strongest confirmation would be these diamonds. And voila is support and resistance, as you see here, as it's going towards the bottom of our lower band here. It's reversing towards, reversing, so going back up. So that's how Echo, Bravo, Voila, Tango, and Flow works. Now, we have a ton of other indicators under invite only. So there's honestly a lot here, but we have phase, rhythm, cycle, and I personally don't use it. It's a lot of noise. I find that using Echo, Bravo, Voila, Tango, and Flow is sufficient to make great swing trades. So if you want to be safe, of course, the more confirmations you have, the better, but this has worked perfectly for me. I will be back very soon with more videos. I just thought I'd make a quick video explaining all the little symbols. We've gotten hundreds and hundreds of people asking what these mean, and it's all explained in our Discord channel under Suite instructions, but some people don't like to read, so here's a video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great day.